Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss 30 most important Salesforce admin interview questions and answers. So if you are willing to work with in Salesforce and looking for job interview, so this video will be very helpful for you. So watch this video till the end. And if you have not subscribed this channel yet, so I would suggest you to please subscribe the channel so that you will get the latest update. Let's get started. So the very first question is, what is Salesforce? Salesforce is a cloud-based CRM, customer relationship management platform that will help business to manage their customer relationship, sales, service, marketing, and many more. The second question is, what does a Salesforce administrator do? Exactly, this will be the very important question. Interviewer can ask you like, what does a Salesforce administrator exactly do? So a Salesforce admin manages and customizes Salesforce for the organizations. Okay, Salesforce is a platform, okay, which will be managed or customized by the Salesforce admin, okay, for some particular organization. The key task will include user management, security, data management, automation, and reports and dashboards. Then the next question is, what are standard object and custom object in Salesforce? Standard objects are provided by the Salesforce by default. For example, account, contact, opportunity, lead, case. Okay, there are multiple standard objects which will be already provided by the Salesforce in the Salesforce org, and the custom object will be created by the user to store organization specific data. Let's suppose leave application, if you want to create invoice, if you want to create, so you can create your own custom objects as well in the Salesforce. Then the next question is, what is the difference between role and profile? Profile defines what a user can do in a Salesforce, okay, like object level and field level permissions. So whenever you are creating an object, at that time assigning the profile will be mandatory. Without assigning a profile to a user, you cannot create a user, and profile will decide what a user can perform in Salesforce org, and role defines what a user can see. Record level access via role hierarchy. Based on their role hierarchy, they will be able to see the records. Higher role hierarchy user will be able to see the lower hierarchy role users records. Then the next question is, what is a page layout in Salesforce? Page layout controls the fields, section, related list, and buttons visible on a record detail edit page. So whenever you are going to create the record, you will be able to see the screen where the fields will be there to provide the input values. These will be the that field, that screen will be considered as the page layout. So once you have created the record, once you saved the record, at that time you will be able to see the detail page. That page also will be considered as the page layout. So you can modify, you will be able to see the related records on the page. Okay, you can see the fields, okay, you can see the buttons. So this will be controlled by the page layout. Then the next question is, what is a report type in Salesforce? Report type allows different business processes, pick list values, and page layouts for the same object. You can create report types in an object, and you can create multiple report types in an object. Report types will categorize the records. Based on the report types, you can select pick list field values. If you don't want to show something to the user, so you can restrict that on the record type, and record type also can be visible or hide from the user based on their profile. Then the next question is, what are validation rules? Validation rules ensure data quality by restricting invalid data entry. Whenever a user is going to create the record, at that time they will be giving the input values to the input fields. So before saving the records, if you want to check the data quality, if you want to perform some validation based on the data, if a user email ID has been given, the username must be there. Okay, we cannot save a record without giving the employee ID value in the employee ID field. So these type of things you can achieve through the validation rule. You can write the validation rule, and you can write multiple validation rules in an object. Then the next question is, what is workflow in Salesforce? Workflow is a part of automation tools in Salesforce, and it can perform okay, various automation, various type of automations, like creating the task, sending the email alert, updating the field, sending outbound message based on some certain conditions are met. So based on some condition, you can update the field, you can send an email alert, you can send the outbound message. Okay, you can create multiple tasks as well related to a particular record. And what is the difference between workflow rule and process builder? Workflow only does simple automations. Process builder support advanced automations such as record creation, record update, and calling flows. With the help of workflow rule, you can mention only a single condition, okay, and based on that condition, what you can do, you can create the task, you can update the field, you can send the email alert, you can send the outbound message, but you cannot create the record, you cannot call the flow. But with the help of process builder, you can mention multiple various conditions, you can mention with the help of process builder, you can create the record, you can update the record, you can call the flows, and you can send the email alerts as well. And the next question is, what is Salesforce Flow? Salesforce Flow is the most powerful automation tool we have in Salesforce. It will be capable of handling complex business logic and record operations. With the help of workflow rule, you can create related records. You can call flow. You can call the Apex classes. And flow, nowadays nobody is recommending to create a flow workflow rule or process builder. Everybody is looking for the flow only. Flow can be the replacement of workflow rule and process builder. What are sharing rules? Sharing rules open up record level access to users in addition to organization wide default OWD. Then the next question is, what are permission set? Permission set grant additional permissions to user on top of their profile without changing the profile. So when you are creating the profile, based on that profile, you can decide what a user can perform in a Salesforce org once they logged in. So if you missed some permissions, you can give some additional permissions to a particular user. With the help of permission set, you can assign the permission set to the particular user to give some additional permissions. What is the next question is, what is OWD, organization wide default? OWD defines the baseline record level access for all users. Once a user gets logged into Salesforce org, and at that time there is no any sharing settings, any sharing rules has been written, record sharing is not there. At that time, what will be defined, okay, what are the access has defined, that will be considered by the OWD, organization by default. And or OWD can be public read only or public read write. Then the next question is, what is the difference between public group and queue? Public group is a collection of users. Okay, you can keep multiple users in a group, that will be considered as the public group. You can create a group and you can keep the users, roles, or group of sharings. And queue holds records until a user takes ownership. So once a record gets created, you can move that record to a particular queue for a particular team in Salesforce. And then the next question is, what are reports in Salesforce? Reports is used to analyze Salesforce data. You will be creating multiple data, okay, millions of data can be created in Salesforce for a particular object, that could be for account, contact, case, okay, for many more. So if you want to analyze the data, you can create the report, and there could be multiple types of reports. Okay, there are tabular report, we have summary report, we have matrix report, we have, and joined report we have. Then the next question is, what is a dashboard in Salesforce? Dashboard is a visual representation of reports using charts, graphs, and tables. So you can create a dashboard and you can keep multiple reports on a particular dashboard, and you can show the reports data, okay, in visualized representation, like in graph. Okay, you can show as a graph, you can show as the chart, table, so that a business can quickly open up the dashboard and can see the growth of their business, and about the data, they can get to know about the data. Then the next question is, what is a junction object in Salesforce? A junction object is a custom object used to create many to many relationship between two objects. Like if for example, a student and course, you can create an enrollment junction object that will be considered as the junction object between student and course, so that you can get to know as a single students are enrolled for how many courses, or a single course, okay, is being enrolled for how many students, are enrolled for a single courses, or a particular students is enrolled for how many courses. So these things, if you want to achieve, you can create a junction object enrollment, and that will be connected to the uh, student and course. And junction object can have two master detail fields only. An object has two master detail fields will be considered as the junction object. Then the next question is, what is a lookup relationship? Lookup relationship links two objects together, and it will be considered as the loosely coupled, okay, such as contact and account, which means you can create lookup field in a particular object to link the other object. So on which object you are creating the lookup field will be considered as the child object, and which object you are linking, that object will be considered as the parent object. But it will be loosely coupled, which means if you are deleting the parent record, the associated child record is not, the lookup child record is not going to be deleted, and the child record is not being controlled by the parent record. You can create multiple lookup fields in an object. And what is our next question is, what is a master detail relationship? Master detail relationship is also similar to the lookup field, but there is some difference between master detail and lookup. A strong relationship where the detail record depends on the master record. Roll up summary field you can create on the in case of master detail. So you can create master detail field in an object that will be linked to the other object. So on which object you are creating the master detail field will be considered as the child object, and which object you are linking, that will be considered as the parent object. Okay, but you can create only two master detail field in an object. Okay, so the child records will be controlled by the parent record, the master records. And if you are deleting the parent record, the associated child record will be deleted in case of master detail. And only in case of master detail field, master detail relationship, you can create the roll up summary field, that too on the parent object, not on the child object. Then next question is, what is the difference between role hierarchy and sharing rules? Role hierarchy opens vertical access, while sharing rules open horizontal access. Then the next question is, what is data loader? Data loader is used to import the bulk data into Salesforce, or export, update, and delete large or bulk amount of Salesforce data. If you have billions of records, and and the requirement is to insert all those records into Salesforce org on a particular object, so you can use data loader to perform bulk operation, bulk update, bulk delete. Okay, and the next, what is recycle bin in Salesforce? Whenever you are going to delete data from Salesforce org, that will not be deleted, that will be moved to recycle bin, and that will be there for 15 days. Within 15 days you can restore the deleted records. After 15 days the record will be deleted permanently. Then the next question is, what is a sandbox in Salesforce? A sandbox is a copy of production used for testing and development. There could be multiple types of sandboxes. Developer sandbox could be there, developer pro sandbox could be there, partial sandbox could be there, and full sandbox could be there. So sandbox will be the Salesforce org where you will be doing the testing, where you will be doing the development. And once you have developed, once everything is done, you can push the changes to the higher environment or to the production. So the sandbox will always be considered as the copy of the production. Then the next question is, what is app in Salesforce? An app is a collection of tabs or objects that work together, like sales app or HR app. So you can create a particular app, and related objects or tabs you can keep on that app, so that every time when you are going to access the data or a record of a particular object, so you don't need to search from the app launcher. You can directly uh, put that object or tab, include that object and tab into the app, so tracking will be easy. Then the next question is, what is field level security? Field level means FLS. It controls whether a user can see, edit, or hide a field on an object. So based on user profile, okay, based on user profile, you can set the field level security for a particular field on an object. Then the next question is, what is the difference between profile and permission set? Profile is mandatory and defines base access for a user. Permission set is optional and adds extra access. So whenever you are creating the object, at that time assigning the profile is mandatory, and profile will decide what a user, once a user is logged in, what are the operations they can perform, which means CRUD operation, create, read, write, delete operations will be decided by the profile only. And if you missed some permission, if you have not given some permission, and or if you want to give some extra permission to a particular user, for that you can create a permission set and you can assign that particular permission set to a particular user, so that you can give some extra permissions to the to that particular users, not okay, without changing the profile. Then the next question is, what is audit trail in Salesforce? Audit trail tracks administrative changes like profile updates or permission set changes. So if you are updating the user profile, or if you are changing the permission set, or if you are doing any changes, any update in your Salesforce org, that can be tracked via audit trail. So you can just simply go into the audit trail and you can see the changes, who made these changes and when these changes has been made. Then the next question is, what is data import wizard? Data import wizard is completely similar to data loader, but there is limitation in data import wizard. With the help of data import wizard, you can upload the data into Salesforce, which means you can create the data into Salesforce to a particular object. That could be a standard object or a custom object. You can update the bulk data, you can delete the bulk data, but there is a limit in importing wizard. You cannot import more than 50,000 of records with the help of data import wizard. And then the next question is, what is Chatter in Salesforce? Chatter is Salesforce collaboration tool for posting updates and sharing files. Then the next question is, what is the difference between Salesforce Classic and Salesforce Lightning? Classic is the older user interface, Lightning is the modern, faster and feature rich interface for the Salesforce. So these are the list of 30 questions, 30 Salesforce admin interview questions and answers that will completely help you if you are going for the Salesforce interview. So keep, okay, listen or repeat this, okay, keep this video in loop and put the headphone and you can listen it multiple times. That's what I used to do when I was looking for a change and when I was looking for job in Salesforce. Okay, so whatever question and answer seems easy for me, so I used to keep that video in loop so that I can repeatedly listen that, so I can remember it, or I'll be able to answer when I'm in the interview. So if this video helps you, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching the video.